Okay, so it's been a week. Tomorrow is the reset, or in a couple hours is the reset. Let me make sure my voice can be heard. But yeah, no, a couple hours is the reset. None of these guys got gems. But I do want to do a recap. I'm just doing like weekly stuff, which I'm gonna actually make a video about more about some of the stuff that I'm doing right now, because we're at the end of the game. So like pirate coins are kind of not useless to us at this point, but worth less. And I have some pretty cool information, some math that we did not too long ago in the game. And I'm not going to go into it right now because that's not what this video is for, but while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk about the gems. So this is the final iteration of the gem video. And basically what gem video, yeah, final iteration of the gem video. And essentially so some of the struggles that I faced, I didn't anticipate. As you can see, my silver is a lot lower, but I upgraded a ton too. So I sold some of the pouches, they already went up. Okay, so this whole process, so I kind of just said what I bought, but like, it doesn't matter now, they're already going up. So I already profited off of what I invested in, 230, like 150,000 gold, and it's been like a week, and it went up. So that this was worth it. This was worth it for me, especially somebody who doesn't make a lot of gold and is perpetually broke. And I still have all my investments. I didn't sell them yet, and I'm assuming they're gonna keep going. Should I just kind of show it? Should I show it? I guess I kind of already said it, but yeah, basically when I had sold the gems, I bought juice pouches with it. So I've put 230,000 gold into juice pouches. This is now worth 370,000. I did sell 10 or 20 of these, to even them out, because it was like 15 and like 7. It was just weird numbers, and I'm OCD freakish as fuck, but there's a lot of gold sitting here, okay? And it's only going to go up. But that's not the point of this video. The point of the video was gems and the issues of it. So what I was trying to say is I upgraded a lot because I sold stuff, got a profit. So that's why the silver is so low. The silver was actually at like 7 mil, 8 mil before I started upgrading. So I went from 17 mil to that. So it's about 10 mil in silver that it took to do the gems. Not really, that's a lie. It was like 1 to 1.5 per character. Some characters was only a few rolls. But what I didn't also anticipate was I knew that that was going to be a problem, right? Like silver was going to be a cost. That's why I had pre-farmed for it, etc., etc. So some of the things I want to talk about is what I actually did last week too. Is I took 2 days off last week and didn't play at all. So what I had done is the first day of the week I didn't play. I did 2 bars of rest, chaos dungeon, 2 days of rest, or skip 2 days, 2 days of rest, 2 days of rest, chaos dungeons across the board, all the way down. You know, the characters. Skipped a day, 2 days of rest. Or 1 day of rest, yeah, something to that effect. Like basically I played 3 days, skipped 2 days, 3 days of chaos dungeons, and then a 4th day of boss rush tickets. So essentially 3 days of chaos dungeons, 1 day of boss rush tickets, and this is what I got for gems. So this is 1 week. This was 1 week of completion. I had sold my gems last week before reset ended, restocked them by this week, got all of my content completed, doing it by transferring the gems and stuff. I probably didn't have to do that in hindsight. Like I made 7s early. I probably could have made a bunch of 4s and got away with it. And like my supports didn't have a hard time. They got through the content relatively quickly. But not what we're here to talk about. Did I get what I was supposed to get? Did I get what I was supposed to get? No, I did not. But yeah, so long story short, another issue that I didn't anticipate was lockouts. So instead of getting all of my content done like in my head how I imagined it when I talked about this concept, like the first or second day, it actually took me up until yesterday, I think, or the day before, to get all of my content done, because I didn't realize what I was actually going to face was basically if I got stuck, let's say like gate 2 Vaultin or gate 2 Vicus, right, because I don't have statics for every character. I don't even really have static for my main, but like if you get stuck at any point on any of the characters, because none of them had gems, it was either I had a choice to make. I either re-rolled all of the gems again on another character, which I did do once, and then it worked out because the content creator Canon was doing a free carry, so I actually got my character carried through gate 2, and that was like kind of perfect, but that was luck. But yeah, it was actually really difficult. It was really difficult because if a character got stuck or locked up at any of these points on any of this content and didn't complete it for whatever reason, it made it very difficult to move on to the next character. So there was certain days where characters just got stuck, like the Deathblade or the Paladin, and it made it really difficult for me to do this efficiently and quickly. So that was something I didn't account for by putting all the gems on one character at a time. But what else? Were there any more issues that I didn't account for? I missed the 2 level 4s you get for free from the Weekend Island, so that's kind of a hit. You know, again, obviously playing every day, you would probably get more gems too. I think that's it. But missing those 2 4s also helps. Oh yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? There, just yeah. Fucking broke. I really am. I'm always gold broke. Like, you wouldn't even believe that I actually had like 20, 30K earlier. And boom, gone. I blew another 15,000 today on fucking, oh my god, on ability stones. I can't do it anymore. Between the 9 Fions and the stones, like, I'm trying to get my alt set up now with 7 7s. I'm just better off buying books. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm still coming to conclusions with some of this stuff. I really am. I have no idea. I was contemplating quitting the game today. I'm not even kidding. I'm not gonna, but like, that's 2 days in a row. I rolled like 20 stones, 800 a piece. It's like 40K. Plus the Fions, like 68. I can't do that. Like, I can't keep doing that. It's brutal. It's brutal. I can't keep doing this. Like, you're farming your gold just to blow it, essentially. Or maybe I'm just blowing it. Or maybe it's because I have all that stuff in juice pouches. Like, that might be, like, maybe if I sell it all, like, I'll have gold and I won't notice it. But I feel like I'll just spend it. I'll just spend it. I'll probably buy, like, a Cerberus mount or something. I can't even argue with people when people are like, you're terrible at spending in this game. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But I had a really, really good time doing it. So, you know, that's kind of all that matters. Alright, but finally, the final moments. Because I don't think, yeah, she's not the one with the gem. So you guys get to see where I ended up. I could have more level 7s, but I also didn't combine some because I'm trying to do something different next week. But again, next week I actually have the opportunity of same thing, skip a day, or skip a day, play, you know, Chaos Dungeons, whatever gems I get, try to throw it on one character at a time. So it's going to take a while to get to where I was at because I actually had the Zerker, the Scrapper, and my main all at level 7s and 8s for gems, and then everyone else at 5s. So that's going to take a while, but getting the main back in the moment of truth, how did it work out? I profited 150,000 gold in a week off of my investment, okay? And I sold all the gems that I farmed, so the gems were also profit. So if you want to add 230,000 to that, I profited 380,000 gold in a week, okay? And this is a personal experience. 380,000 gold in a week by just selling all the gems that I've been farming my entire roster since the beginning of the fucking game. And again, I have friends that have been playing with me, and they'll tell you, so many people have been like, it's impossible to play that many in a day. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not if you know what you're doing. And I don't even want to say it like that. That's condescending. Not if you just have a plan and you attack. And honestly, stop doing fucking Guardian Raids. Stop doing them, or I got a video coming out for that, actually, too. I got a lot of videos coming out. It's just, I don't know, I'm kind of excited lately. I got into a really cool situation. I gotta actually show up, though, before I start talking about it, so we'll see. But yeah, anyways, creme de la creme is what I got. Ta-da! And then, boom. So after 1 week of farming, I got all of my gems rolled back into things that I like. And I got 3 level 7s, 4 level 7s, and I mean I could have more, right? So really, let's just count the 7s up, I guess. So we get 5s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll just say 2 more 6s, which will make 1 more 7 and a 6. So we'll say 2 more 6s and a 7. How's that sound? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 7s and 2 6s. Like, that's pretty good. But even the 5 7s I'm happy with. So that also means you know, backpedaling, I didn't have to sell all the stuff I did. I did it because I really wanted to invest in the juice pouches. Like, that was kind of my goal, and it made it really seem like that last video was silly because you're like, oh, this guy thinks he's making great money off of his gems. That's not really what I was showing. I was kind of showing this principle is that could you dump your account's value and rebuild your account's value relatively quickly and for cheaper, potentially. And the prospect that I was really getting forth, right, that might not even be the right word. I'm just trying to say something that I figured would fit, but the reality is, what I'm trying to say here is that, or what do they all say? TLDR, lol. Is that I have enough characters, and I've always had enough characters to farm a lot more gems than most people. But then, in addition to that, now they're all at a way higher level doing chaos dungeons that they were not doing when I was doing it before, and I was getting 2 a week. So now I know firsthand experience that I can pump out 4 minimum, 5 if I really grinded like I used to. Because listen, I'm not doing what I used to do. Okay. When we first started playing this game, I was pulling like 12, 13-hour days, okay? Playing all the characters, all the Guardian raids. Like, I was grinding. If I did that again, I bet you I could pull 6, maybe even 7s. Potentially. I have no clue. But it would be interesting to see, but I don't have the energy for that. That's burnout. Like, that has burnout written all over it. But I'm burnt out doing this. Like, but I needed to do it. 1, to replenish my stock, but 2, for the video, right? For the content. So, yeah, I like it. I think it was a great idea. It really turned out. Now, obviously, even if the investment didn't work out, the 230,000 gold would progress the account, you know, immensely. And what actually I really want to show is if I drag this down here, will it show? It will show it. Okay, cool. So now I know how that actually works. But, essentially, this is kind of like my Lost Ark tab. And this is pretty much, I know all of you have seen this, but this is like my gold, you know, every week. And just to put this into perspective, it's saying I'm making 55K a week, right? So this is kind of how I do things. I want to get the scrapper up next. And I know she's really close. She's at 50. So I want to get her to 60. Okay, this is all I'm going to do. I'm going to hit optimize. And then whatever it tells me to upgrade, I'm just going to upgrade. And unfortunately, I keep pushing the weapon, which sucks. But so 24,000. You saw that I make 55,000 in a week. It means I can push this character up. And I can push the other character up as well. The reason why I'm saying this is that 230,000 gold, let's go ahead and put this back. 230,000 gold could essentially get 10 characters up worth of 45 to 60 range, which means all of my 45 should realistically be able to make it up if they have the juice, the stones, etc. Throw in a bunch of rare RNG and all that other crap every week too. I'm in a really good position. Alright, I'm actually going to record one more. I didn't like how that worked out. Yeah, basically, I'm just going to do a recap instead of doing what I was just doing. Let's go to where the gems are so you can really see it visually. Here we go. So I talk about the gold income and stuff at the end, but I just want to do a recap. So essentially, the recap is this. A week ago, on the day, because I did it before reset, a week ago, yesterday, not today, though. So today is reset a week ago on Tuesday. So from Tuesday to Tuesday, I sold all of my gems. I was able to reaccrue about, I think we established in the video, about 4 or 5 level 7s in a singular week, which is fantastic. I got all of my content done. It wasn't that complicated or difficult. There's a few things that came with it challenge-wise, which is cool. I blew a ton of silver. But the reality is I ended up with anywhere from 4 to 6 level 7s again. And I ended up with 230,000 gold in juice pouches, which a week later is now worth about 370 to about 400,000 gold. So I made, you know, like I said in the video, about 150 to 180,000 gold in a week off of my investment. And then 230,000 off of the hard work, the labor of the gems themselves. So that's it. That's just a recap. Proofs in the pudding. How many of you guys make 150K profit off your investment in a week? That's really directed at all the people that were like, gems, the gems, I sell my gems for 2-3K profit. It's funny because this video is about gems, right? But I was told to wait to sell my gems, but the juice pouches went up like 100 gold in a week since I did it. So wait for my gems that I only have maybe 20 of them to go up maybe an extra 1,000 to 2,000 for an extra 40K. Or let the smaller object juice pouches where I can get more shares of it go up a smaller margin, but because I have more of them, I make more gold. It's actually really simple. And me and my friend actually did it with the fish market. It was funny. There was this dude that made a YouTube video way back, like 4 or 5 months ago. He's like, the fish, the bots must have been paying. The fish are going up. No, that's not actually what happened. My friend bought all of the fish, all of them. He stayed up all night buying all of them. He bought like 70,000 gold worth of fish and then flipped it back to you all for like 150 or something like that. And then I did it with him the next time he did it. So no, y'all just don't know how the market's actually working or what's actually affecting things, because none of you guys think like this. Or not none of you, but most of you really don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna say it like it is. But yeah, so 150,000 gold in a week. I don't want to rant here, because I'm just gonna be unapologetically honest too with you guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hide the fact that I disagree with you or that I think you're kind of just dumb. There's a lot of people who put on these images, and it's really hard to maintain those images, so they go like above and beyond with the shit that they say to you, and like convinced their, you know, cognitive dissonance, they're right. And I kind of already called one of them out on it, because like, you're just dumb. And here's the proof. So thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Evolve mentalities. I hope I evolve some of your minds. I'm trying to teach you how to fish, not to give you a fish. These are ideas that you need to open your brain up to. You need to be looking at the market frequently. You need to be trying to understand things in the future, based on content releases and updates. And I have another video coming out that's gonna kind of butcher my ability to invest and make money in the market, but since I have such a low viewing, probably won't be a problem. But there's a really big thing that nobody in the community is talking about, and again, it just comes down to understanding an ecosystem. I'm gonna word it like that, not even just an economy. And because they don't really understand the world that we live in, but they pretend to, right? They come up with these terrible pieces of advice and these terrible logics for why the economy is where the economy is, and all this other dumbass shit. And I'm just gonna say it like it is. So, and granted, my shit's gonna be opinionated too. I don't have any actual facts, but I guess that's the difference. Like, I don't get up on the Reddit and like post my shit like, yeah, man, this is what's happening. The world's spinning backwards. It's totally because Jesus died. Like, shut up, please. And I like, they just say some of the craziest shit and they believe it. But you know, amen to that. So thank you guys for tuning in, and have a great day. It's so awkward. Awkward like I don't know how to end these.